ready for some? Where's that sun? Let's get fresh air. Who's ready for some? Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. Your host with the mostest, Mark D. Saint. And every morning I am blessed. Ihana, as they say here in Finland, to see this Finnish finish line, baby. The only lines I want to snort are the finish lines. You know what I'm saying? That's Saint's addiction all day, every day, bro. And you love me. It's such a blessing, bro. Such a blessing to be here right now. Huva Juhannusta. That means happy Juhannus. Means June Fest. It's midsummer. And in case you ain't been watching, you've already spent half a year of your life. This is Saint's Addiction. Leg out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. So not only am I just waking up, getting out of the shop, down here at the print shop, but I wanted to do the morning motivation at the park right next to the river. I'm already rolled up, and my friend's gonna roll up too. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the blessing is, you guys. That's je ne sais quoi, the quan, that specific thing that we call life, is these finish lines that we get plastic pocket challenge, y'all. Finish lines that most of us don't ever get to see or smell because we were too afraid to start. You know what I'm saying? I get this plastic in a trash can. Or we didn't know that we had the capability to run, right? We didn't know that we had that much endurance inside. You know, it's one of those things where we need to believe. That's what I keep telling people. You need to believe, bro. Because when you believe, you achieve. And it's that simple. If the mind can conceive, let's do another plastic pocket challenge right here. So that way I can throw it all away at the same time. That's where the finish line is. You know, I wanted to be in the most perfect part of the planet with the best weather in the world. And I'm here right now, y'all. You know, I'm here right now. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but I love my life. And I'm going to be screaming it by the river instead of by the traffic, but I'm looking for a trash can. And that's what it is. It's a mental stability thing, you know? It's the ability to make your mind stable that makes us so much more heavenly to live on earth than in the demons we have in our mind. And I don't know where the trash can is, but I'm going to have to put this here. There you go. Like this. There we go. Plastic pocket challenge, y'all. Plastic pocket challenge. And yes, life will challenge you. And yes, stressing. And no, it's not to be stressing, but it's to show yourself that there's mile markers, man. There's these growth patterns and stations and stages. More plastic pocket challenge, y'all. More plastic pocket challenge. And it's up to us to get up to these stages and say, you know what, I'm here for it, bro. I rose up so I can rise up, you know, that my life can show me the possibilities of what it's like to get past my feelings, get past my emotions, and get past these mental hurdles that we all have, bro. We're all like dying inside sometimes, and we're all jealous and envious in the same breath, and we're all competitive and crushing it when no one else is looking. But that's what it is. It's the ability to tell your mind to move your body. Come on now, rock that body, and move it past where it said it was gonna stop. This is what finish lines smell like. This is what it's like to get past your excuses or the mental block that you have there, and we all have them. And there's always that voice inside that whispering. And I wanted that thing to go, shh, I'm gonna go for that finish line anyway. I don't care what you do or say. Check out this awesome old theater that they got going on here. You can wave me, trade me, do whatever you gotta do, but I'm still gonna be me. Willie steaming beaming. And that's what it's like, y'all. It's like that, to tell your mind what to do. And then your mind starts moving your body. And then it comes from your soul. It's an inside job, y'all. And I'm just so grateful Look at all these old ass trees. We're gonna go right on down here. I'm gonna go down here to the gazebo and smoke this joint. But it's such a blessing. You know what I mean? No stressings, just blessings. Just being out in the sunshine. I wanted to be next to the power of the water. I wanted to be here for the summer days. And now you know why I come out here in Finland during the summer, because it's just so perfect. All the wildflowers, and it's perfect, like little, 72 degrees, and these old homes with their things, and all the people walking, and my friends meeting, and by the bridge, come on down, jogging it up, wildflowers out to the side. I just love it, dude. I just come here and I make sure that the world knows, yes, bless, that, yeah, that I love my life. See where my friend's at. Look, I got one. One that needs to love their lives, but they're not smiling. Me for the trees, and I'm bouncing. And it's just like that. The whole thing has been raining, and you can just see how swollen the river is. And how swole I am, and my ideas are, and my life is. And that's just what it is. It's one of those things where I pinch myself, you know? You say you're going to do something, and then it gets done, and then you're just shocked as anyone that what you applied yourself to, told you the rain was here, what you applied yourself to actually happens, and what you want to grow actually grows, and you are harvesting all these thoughts into fruits and labors and trees that you can be in the shade underneath. And that's what we want. You know, we want healthy, happy lives that grow children and dreams and adventures. And you know, that's the best thing I can think of, is when I close my eyes, I have all these adventures to look back upon, from traveling in Turkey to being in Thailand to sometimes I'm in Germany, you know what I mean? And then cross that bridge when you come to it, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that you're going to have to motivate yourself, you know, motivate yourself to challenge yourself to go look at tasks that you thought were insurmountable. You know, like, how do I get from that side to that side? How do I get from that plank to that plank? How do I get away from what's killing me or depressing me or pushing me further from my dream? And that's your enemy, you know, that self-sabotage, that negative self-talk. There's the homie right there. I see his ass, bro. I see you all in the shade. And what a blessing. In case you guys haven't seen this place is called Hertas, and it's a science museum with geology, and all the children can play with all these toys in here, and they all make sense with physics and motion and emotion, right? Like, what an emotion to teach children with some of these awesome blessings. And this is called Hertas. So what a blessing, you know. It's not Helsinki, it's the heaven that sinks in. And in case you can't see it, you know, with all these little puffs of white floating in this beautiful sunshine, you know, it's all inside. And look, yeah, there they go. They're doing the pumps and the hydraulics, and they get to play with science hands-on inside of here. What an experience. So life is the blessing, my friends. Not to be stressing, but to see your obstacle course and say to yourself, you know what, that's what I want to do, regardless of what it's going to cost me, regardless of how much time it takes, regardless of whatever negativity that we pre-assume, right? When we pre-assume negativity, just roll up with your friends and just hang out in the end. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to do this morning motivation. Yes, blessed. I'm gonna pull up. Hoover, Johannes. Yeah, bro, made it, man. The goal, bro. This morning's motivation is the Finnish finish line. Smelling that finish line. Did I not make it? Is it not Johannes? Is it not the best part of the year? Yeah, and I made it, baby. I said I wanted to be here for Johannes, and I am. But there was a price to pay, and it was about 2 months of cold. It was about 2 months of vicious snow and windy days and the rainy days the last 3 days and all this shit. Now all of a sudden it opens up her skirt, she lifts up her skirt, and now it's just like magical forest land with these wisps in the air. And it's only what, like 70 degrees, and they got the bunnies over here and some ducks and shit. Like I'm literally in my own, what do you call it? Narnia. This is Narnia. Yes, bro. Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole and I came out the other side a different man. What a blessing. So I was just talking about it. I almost done my morning motivation, but I was saying that there's a finish line that needs to have like an obstacle course in front of it for it to actually feel good. You know what I mean? Like you got to have some obstacles between you and your finish line. You know, I think your obstacles, like you've been doing all your drawings, you know, it starts with one, and you grab a couple pencils, and you grab a couple markers, and next thing you know, you got a whole set. Proud of that, bro. I'm waiting for you to do your museum exhibit. I'll be right there, you know, cutting ribbons, you know, cutting that finish line. Like, you made it. Oh my God, I'm so proud, you know. What's up, dude? It's just a blessing, dude. I literally just got the new social media poster. I don't know if you've seen it. Probably all the doggone shirt stuff. The doggone shirts is blowing up. I only had 38 posts since 2017, and now it's got double the posts. It's automatically dropping while I'm sleeping.
I was thinking because the messenger said that it's AI answering. It says it's AI answering.
AI answering.
Yeah,
What does that be?
let me show
Yeah, show it to me.
Mark saying like in a sec AI.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking that it's some kind of automatic. I don't know.
That's my website.
Okay.
So how did it set there? I
Uh,
don't know, but now I'm definitely Intersect.ai, bro. That's the company name. I'm CEO, baby. CEO, you don't need a CID. You know what I'm saying? That's some ludicrous right there. I don't know, dude. This is like, there's so many hard tasks ahead of this. If anybody would be jealous, they would have to be in jail. You know, you can be jealous of my jail time too. You can be jealous of my prison time. You can be jealous of the times when I'm sleeping on the couches. You can be jealous of all these times where it was raining yesterday, or it was cold, or it was snowy, windy, you name it, rainy, emergency, all these things. You got to make it past all those things to get this sense of accomplishment and feeling that you did something, you know. And it was harder than just the easy stuff that you're already doing, but that's the dreams that you're dreaming. Go ahead, cop. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. I hope they're all right. I hope they're all right, because I'm definitely all right. Got some of that in my chin, some of this flying dreams. But that's what dreams may come. It comes after the hard work. It comes after the struggle. It comes after the task that you set inside your mind, and you're like, you know what? I couldn't believe. I can't believe it. I can't believe it that I'm CEO of Inisec. I can't believe. And then I started to say, I can believe. I hate that word can't, you know? And thanks to my dad, he wouldn't even let us use that word. And it's been a tremendous feeling for me, because now I live in a dream. I live in a park, Alice in Wonderland fairy tale with wildlife and flowers, and everything's in bloom flying over me. And I made it. I made it for Uhanus, which is the June festival. It's midsummer, and already a half a year has gone through life. Thankfully, the team's been working on the dream. By little feet, working the machine. And now we got a social media poster. Now we got a voice AI agent, and now we got what's the other one? A chat box in the corner, and then we're gonna have another site in an hour. It's getting improved, and it just keeps going in leaps and bounds beyond what I even envisioned is now available. And that's what it feels like to smell a finish line. It's like you think it's that far in front of you, but it's been inside you. It's calling you to it. It's asking you to finish it. I don't know if you've seen the Animatrix, haven't you? Don't you own the Animatrix like me, right? And you remember the one that's called The Race? And the guy races so fast that he leaves the Matrix, and then all his opponents turn into what are those guys called? Turn into Agent Smiths, right? And they try to stop him. You can't leave the Matrix. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're sprinting past all these things where, oh, judgment and fear and excuses, and then all these things. You can't run fast. And then look, homeboy got off the couch. He started jogging them titties up. Kuva Boyka. And that's what it takes, bro. It takes somebody not believing, but you believing. You stop saying can't and can. You start putting in the effort and watching it start grow incrementally. That's what I'm talking about. That's the dream, dude. The dream is to show yourself that you can wake up to it and show the world you can wake up to it. Everyone else is going to be an Agent Smith trying to slow you down, saying you're too old, you don't got enough money, people are going to judge you. And I'm like, bring it, bitch. Bring it, man. The only person I need to judge is me and my finish lines. That if I say it's my dream, then I'm going to wake up to it and make it a reality. Yesterday, we were at Library Park, or the other day, and it ate right out of my hand. It literally grabbed the bread out of my hand. I was like, whoa, scared me at first. They're not afraid. Why are you? You know, children aren't afraid. They'll say, I want to be an astronaut. You don't want to be like, that's a lot of school, kid. You just go, yeah, man, go be an astronaut. Or you say, I want to be a policeman. You said, don't be a narc, be a free man. Not a policeman. I make that up on the fly. But that's what it is, no lie. It's a life that you live inside your mind and then bring it out into reality to draw these things from what you think is possible and then making it the impossible possible. That's what it feels like. A finish line is something, I don't know. It's a rush. It's adrenaline. It's like no one else has seen it before. I was watching too much shit last night about hackers and shit, bro. And this guy broke out of prison with a helicopter. Like, they actually put helicopter wire over this prison, and this guy still found a hole, still find a way, and found himself on TV interviewing himself for a crime he committed. It goes beyond your basic thoughts. It goes beyond what's written in books. It goes into your soul, and you go, what dreams may come? I look across the way, and I look at science, and it's growing everyone's mind. Look at that. Look at the pupil, the geology, the possibilities, the Finnish flag, that I can even be next to the fucking North Pole and be able to see my friends right now while it's warm and it's flying in the sky. Like, this is such a Narnia moment with all these little wisps in the air. You live in heaven sometimes, bro. Even though Helsinki's a little bit to the south, the hell sinks in on the south, but if you can keep the heaven in the north and in your mind, there's all dreams are possible, dude. Everything is up for a grab and looking to be smelled, because that's what it smells like. It smells like a really beautiful summer, and the finish line is such a sweet line to snort, and it's the best thing that I can keep coming. I can tell you that. It's just the dreams may come. What bridges you have to cross to get to the other side of whatever depression is depressing you. You gotta up impress you. You know, if you're depressed, that means you have to up and impress yourself. Bring up the up impressions on yourself, and that's where self-confidence comes from. You take on the challenges. I thank myself. Like Snoop Dogg said, I want to thank myself for all the hard work. My 15-year-old self, getting up at 5 a.m. and running up and down all by myself on the field, and then I became one of the fastest guys on the team. Lost a bunch of weight, competed in state champion wrestling. That was all just self-driven. And I just asked myself, I remember walking down the street, I was just walking past the school, and I said, what if Michael Jordan is right? What if you just got, the only shots you miss are the ones you don't take? And what if you actually give it all you got? And your boy, what's your boy, LL Cool J, saying he always does his best, which was a huge promise to yourself, to myself, to yourself, to always do your best. It's a bless. It's a bless. It's a plus. It's not a minus. It's something that's so attractive to me that it pulls me out of bed, gets me up early, and makes me feel inside very happy. So that's Huva Juhunastu. Did I say it right? No. Huva Juhanusta. Huva Juhanusta. And it's a happy midsummer day, bro. We're out here. We outside, and there's all sunshine, and there's a little bit of cloudy days, but that blew away, and then that's over. That's over. The last 3 days you would not have imagined was thunderstorms and hard rain and all sorts of things. So I see some plastic pocket challenge going on. We got to get these things. We got to get these things. Yeah. And that's what I saw. I just saw my dreams, and it kept getting me up off the seat and making me do things that I didn't have money for, and didn't know what was gonna happen. And I still said, "Fuck it, throw the dice." And I don't know if that's the Vegas in me. I don't know if that's the gambler spirit, but I bet on me every time. I bet on this dream that I could be around the world. What a bigger dream! The best part of the planet, best weather on the planet right now is here. Freshest air, freshest water, and some of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. And I'm getting to hang out with them. And that's it. Yeah, let's get away from these guys. Let's go. And what a blessing it is, you guys, to see. Create the finish line. Say what would make you happy. And then every day will be happy after that. You know, if you said, you know, this will be my ultimate happiness if I get to be an actor or an actress, or see all the ducks by the river, or relax and make my dreams a possibility. They're taking naps. Relax, the ducks are taking naps. You know what I'm saying? And we're right here by the water enjoying. And that's what it is, dude. Oh, there's still rain on the benches from the other day. You don't want to even know, though. Yeah, I think that one's still wet, but it's a blessing. That's what she said. And I'm just saying, it's like, it's got to look intimidating. It's got to scare you, and you got to fear it. And that's what makes a definitive finish line. So it's like half marathon, a marathon, reading a big book, doing things that you say you were gonna do, and actually doing them. That's the hardest part, bro. Creating the finish line. And South Korean prison definitely did it for me. I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna arrest me for 3 grams of weed? You want 5 years of my life, half a decade? Well, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go build Saints Addiction. All those times you thought I was an addict doing pillow pong and injecting myself with ice between my toes. Does it look like I miss meals, bro? Does it look like I'm missing teeth? No. And that's what they wanted to say. I'm de macho. This means weed in South Korean. De macho is what they say in weed. And you got to be macho. You got to be man enough to say, I'm going to rise to my occasion. I will not be scared. I will not be sitting on this couch. I will not be staying in this bed. I too shall rise. I will rise like the sun every day and go after it either way. Either way, I have no money. Either way, nobody believes in me. Either way, people want to judge me. Either way, people want to stare. They don't care. They don't actually care. They don't care enough to pay my bills or work on my mentality. Nope, they're going to try to circumvent me and keep me on the level that they're at. And I was just like, don't believe me, just watch. And as soon as I got out of that prison cell, bro, I was like, watch what I can do for the next 5 years of my life. Watch me expand my consciousness and horizons and go places so I can see the ducks and the swans swim across the pond. Watch me wake up with memories of different places I've been, and the smell, and the Turkey and the Thailands and the Finlands of the world. It's a blessing. That's traveled by saints. Yes, blessed. I am blessed. And I did make this up. I said, this would make me so happy. Just being with my friends around the world, enjoying the best weather, dreaming the biggest dreams. Actually, my bigger dreams are to fly my friends in so they can experience it with me. And then go to Abu Dhabi and race over to Dubai with exotic cars. You're in on that, by the way.
I don't want to go to Dubai.
What the fuck? We have to race cars like the Bubblegum 3000. You get to pick your favorite car, bro.
It's really okay. I have my favorite car.
What car do you want? What car? What's your dream car to drive, bro? Fiat Punta?
Yeah.
And then what kind of Ferrari? Right. He just threw up his hands like, yeah, right, bro. I'm getting the Ferrari 360 Modena Spider.
I'd rather be smoking.
You can smoke there too.
I'd rather cry in my Honda.
Cry in your Fiat. I'll be wiping the tears in the Ferrari, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Totally understand. This is a happiness job. Like Ferraris didn't make me happy. Ferraris didn't make me rich. Ferraris didn't make me healthy. It's not this. It was the ideas of it. It was the dream of it. It was the capabilities to push myself further and say, yeah, because I dream it, it's possible. Message my friends in Turkey. They're like, come visit. I got friends in Germany, like my friend says, and they're like, come on out. Enjoy the rest of the summer in Europe. And I'm like, I was backpacking through Europe. Do you know how many Americans talk like that? But I'm sure they don't want to get up. I'm sure they don't want to rise and shine. I was in the line the other day. I was in it to win it. Look at this guy's got flowers in his hands. Yeah, bro. Chest out. Look, he's got flowers in his hands. Get him. The hope is real. One of us is getting laid in this park. It's not me and you yet, bro. That a boy. Hoova boyka. And that's what a dream looks like, boys. It looks like bravery. It looks like some push-ups in the morning. And you just start walking towards an unknown destination. And there's hope in his chest, man. There's pep in his walk. You know, there's pep in his step. You know, like he's excited. And you need to be excited about every day of your life. You need to be running towards it like you're on fire. And why am I always like this? Because it's my dream. It's my dream. Like 15 years ago, hanging out with these guys at Herthas, getting drunk and meeting people that I was going to know for life. I don't drink anymore. But I still smoke. And I'm not depressed anymore. But I still dream. And I'm not where I used to be. I crossed the finish line. It's actually happening. All my dreams, all my websites, all the social medias, all the phone calls, all the emails, all the SMSs, it's all in a sec. Even my friends are seeing it on their pages. You have to screenshot that for me, if you don't mind. I'm gonna have to figure out how that, it's under my name on Messenger, but you can go to inasec.ai and you can do a demo for free. You can launch a website in seconds. That's site in a sec. You can talk with Aura, our automated user response agent, have a full-on conversation with her. My friends are like, fucking Mark's talking to a robot in the other room. I'm like, yes, I am. And she's got an English accent because I think it's sexy, and that's what I picked. So, you know, you got to carve it out, bro. Every day, start chiseling away. If it was prison shackles, you'd start chipping away. And like I said about the other guy, I was looking at prison escapes, and you can't keep a man down that can escape his brain. I'm just going to put that out there. If somebody wants to put their gray to work, you know, it's in the gray, you know, in between your ears, and make it move like my talented friend here. Yep, all 15 up to almost now. How many drawings? 10 plus? You're up to 10 plus, bro. About to do an exhibit. It's my dream for him, but, you know, I'll keep speaking it into existence. Thank you. Do an exhibit. Show your tits. Right, bro? Show your tits, man. And show the world your tits. Be brave enough. And do it without drinks. That's the real challenge. That's the finish line right there. Show up and show out without showing off, without letting down, and without other motherfuckers trying to question your fucking reality, bro. Bring them to your dream. Just be like, no, sir, no, ma'am. This is the new dream. This is the new way I'm living. And it is a blessing. So I'm shining. I'm going to keep my head up in the shine. I'm going to come over to the water time where the ducks were. Look how many feathers they've left. And life is a blessing. Welcome to my dream. I'm Mark Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. And I love my life. And I want you to love yours too. I want everybody to love their life. I want everybody to love the planet. Pick up trash, plastic pocket challenge, you know, overcome doubt, overcome fear. That's why I keep saying peace and love, because I want peace on the planet. I want people to love each other. You know what I mean? And I want to see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, subscribe, you got to hit that like, share, subscribe button, like they say. Look at this. There's like doves in the air, bro. They're like doves in the air. I'm living in a fucking dream. Pinch me, bro. Pinch me. And it's a blessing. And I struggle, I strive, and I got no wife, but I still persevere. And because I persist and I'm persistent, the dreams have been achieved. Michael Jordan was right. Mike Tyson was right. Michael Jackson was wrong. And that's what we do, bro. We turn it around. We turn our negatives into positives, and we find a way to look for something to smile about, like my great aunt Marlene would say. You know, do something nice for someone today, and find something to smile about. And this is my smile, bro. This is what puts a smile on my face. This is what keeps me motivated. Being fucking underneath the trees in the breeze, underneath the world, bro. Look at these blessings. The sun is shining on me. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. I want to thank you, the sun above me, for feeling this way inside. Remix, you know, bro. It's Ihana. I'll see you on the other side.